yo, yo, yo. Top of the morning, my people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, sir. It is the second day of February already, man. Wow, it's crazy. We're in the second day of February, right? Happy Monday to all. Want to say God bless to all. And remembering to thank the big man upstairs for allowing us to be here for another day, another minute, another hour, putting our feet on the ground, being able to just to see life. That's the most thing that we have to remember and to be appreciative of that. Um, to all my travelers out there moving around, please safe travels out there to wherever it is that you are going, wherever you need to be. It's Monday. Some of you guys got to be the court. Some of you guys might have to be the motor vehicles. Um, you might have to go to your welfare office, wherever you have to go, whatever business you have to handle. If there's any business to handle it. But just remember to arrive there safe. Kids going to school should arrive there safe. And no skipping, no worrying your parents. Parents, you should be able to get them there safe. Don't rush getting them there because you're late for work. You're late, then you're just late for work. It is what it is. Everybody should be feeling thankful, appreciated, and blessed. Um, just because you got up this morning. If you're not, then you should be. Right? Top of the top to everybody. If you're coming in, make sure you smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe if you choose to. Um, good morning to all, to everybody. I don't care if you're from here or not. We welcome in everybody who's coming in. We're gonna get this popping early in the morning. We just had an amazing fight week. I'm gonna tell you about the week I had in case y'all don't know. It was bananas. Fight night, everything went okay for me, but it went wrong for me at the same time. So we gonna get into the amazing fight week we had, and then we have another one coming up this week. So let's get into it. All right. So my regulars, my newcomers, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. All right, y'all. Man, I talked a little bit about the fights yesterday from Saturday. For me, it was great to be in the building. Shout out to Miss Jill Diamond from the WBC, amazing lady who held me down. Mike, I see you. What up? Good morning, fam. Shout outs to Miss Jill Diamond from the WBC. Any of y'all should know because we all claim we're boxing fans. In case you guys don't know who Jill Diamond is, that's always the lady that you see in the ring holding up the belts. So, in case y'all don't know, because some of you'll say, "Who's that? Who's that?" Um, so I appreciate her. She put me in a great position Saturday, where it was supposed to be a regular seat, but I ended up being with the media. So it was beautiful. Thank you for that. I was right where I was supposed to be. So yeah, thank you on that. Um, I got to stay for the fights. I got to stay for every fight except for the main event. Let me tell you something, y'all. Never go out, or before you go out, don't ever drink and don't put nothing on your stomach. You will pay for it later. Josh Sanders, my Midwest brother, what up? Nah, it's all good. You'll pay for it later. I end up, and I know better, but at the moment you're not thinking. To go out and drink or to drink before going out and don't put it on your stomach is a big mistake. Lala D, what up? What up? What up? What's going on, Queen? What's going on? Good morning. So I made a mistake by doing that, y'all. I made a pissy head mistake by doing that. By going out and going to get something to, just me drinking and then not realizing that, oh shit, you're not thinking that when you get to where you're going, it's going to affect you. I didn't think about that part and I paid for it. So now when I'm watching the Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis, I get to see that to the end. But after that, here it is, the main event is getting ready to start and I can't stay. My stomach start to do the flips. So, it shit happens, man. It was a crazy night for me, but at the same time, it was an amazing night. We had some laughs. And once again, shout out to Miss Jill Diamond from WBC for putting me in the position where it was like, oh shit, I was supposed to be sitting here. She had me sitting right where I was supposed to be, right where God placed me. So it was a beautiful thing. D Free, what's up, man?
Ain't nothing. I see you got you was able to get Big Baby Miller hairpiece and put it on your bed.
Huh?
I saw you was able to get Big Baby Miller hairpiece and was able to put it on your bed.
That was my first time at a fight match. That was Lala. I didn't know you went. You didn't. You should have told me. I didn't know you went, Lala. I didn't know you went. I honestly didn't know you went. I didn't know. I didn't know. Straight. Oh, let me rent you out, Lala, because I already know who you are. You Gucci. I didn't know you. I didn't know you went. Let me tell you something, free. I promise you, ain't none of us seen that shit coming, bruh. None of us saw that shit coming. Let me tell you something. So I noticed sitting at the top, I realize now that it's way better than sitting at the bottom because you get to see a lot of shit from the screen. So with the media, we're sitting right where we can see shit. When they slowed it down, I thought everybody was like, "Oh, because his head snapped back." So I'm thinking it was because the punch he got hit with. It wasn't until when they showed it again, when the shit lift up, and we sitting there like, "What the fuck was that?"
So we
This
was
nigga had
calling
a
the
toupee on.
fight. We was calling the fight. Dub said, "Hold on, his hair falling off." I said, "This nigga got a wig on."
Stop. Come on now. I'm trying to drink my hot cocoa. Come on now. Free. Come on now. Damn it. Like,
I'm like, this nigga got a wig on. That nigga joint flipped back. It looked like. I'm like, dog. First of all, the hairstyle that you had, it didn't look good. Second of all, why didn't you just come bald? You'd have been better off just coming bald. He talking about, oh, I put shampoo on my hair and it was ammonia and bleach and all my hair fall. I'm like, so you only put it at the top of your head? You didn't rub it around your head? Because when you put shampoo in, you rub your whole head. You don't just put it at the top. I'm like, man, he lying like shit. Ain't no way in the world you just put shampoo at the top of your head and only this part is bald.
no. No. To be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you like I told my boy yesterday, never fold. If you going bald, you just going bald. Shit happens.
Hey, that nigga shit went back like this.
Free, I'm not about to let you come up here with this shit this morning. I'm not about to let you do that. It's too early in the morning. I'm not about to let you do that, bro. Yo, that shit had us at the we at the garden at the top. You hear everybody in then the crazy shit is he was embracing it when he came out the corner. And we looking like, what the fuck is
That
going
nigga
on
snatched that
here?
joint.
KK,
He
I see
snatched that
you.
joint off and threw it in the crowd right next to Fabio Worley.
Yo,
Oh, that joint was
let me tell you
hilarious.
something. Let me tell you something. Two things went viral this week. Quick. The Tiger Johnson situation with Devin Haney. and Big Baby's hair coming off.
Hey,
Crazy.
I tell you what, his hairpiece coming off was the most exciting part of that entire fight. Because the rest of the fight was boring, but the
Because
hairpiece
he
coming
lost
off was
that.
exciting.
Baby back ribs Miller. Yeah, yeah. Listen, when they said that, man, when I was at the weigh-in, I said 350. Don't ask me why I said 350. I was just guessing. They said 317. I said, okay, but I'm like, damn, the man still need a does not play about there. Oh no, they don't. Nah, they don't. They don't. They was on some shit in the garden. They was on some shit in the garden. I already know what you mean, Lala. They was on some bullshit in the garden. The higher
Yeah,
you got, shit got more hood. The higher you went up to sit, it
I
got
wonder,
real
I
hood.
wonder, I wonder how Devin Haney feel knowing his little brother messed up his money.
Um, do y'all do some bullshit wearing a headpiece? Man, listen, when the day I go bald, Tay, I'm just bald. That's it. I'm not putting no toupee. I'm not doing none of that bullshit. Like you have to embrace when you're getting older, or you just have to embrace that, yo, you losing your hair. Now, usually people lose it when they're sick, or there's some people just lose it. But you gotta embrace it. I'm not putting no damn toupee on. I'm gonna tell you like that. That ain't even happening. Now far as Devin, now far as what Free just said about him, oh, Mrs. Free's in the building. Good morning, Mrs. Free. I'm sorry, Queen. I thought D Free was just there by herself. Um, as far as the situation with Devin, yeah, yeah, that they yeah, he fucked that bag up. Um, I don't want to go back to it, but it threw me off when it happened. When it first popped off, I didn't know who was involved,
Well,
and
he initially wasn't involved.
no, I'm not talking about as far as him. I'm talking about just
Oh,
I didn't know who was. I know he wasn't involved because he was being interviewed. So when I so happened just to look over, I said, "Oh shit, Bill Haney's in the middle of it." But I couldn't see the person that was getting attacked because here it is. I'm like, I went to step off and go back, and then I couldn't see. So I'm like, who the fuck is that they got? It wasn't until when I got a little further and they go, yo, that's Tiger they got over there. I said, Tiger? Oh, I bet you this is over some internet shit. Gotta be. Anything
yeah,
dude sat near
that was
me and
crazy.
saw Wellman on the
Uh,
screen and looked at me and said, what
hey,
happened?
let me ask you. Let me ask you.
What's
How did the city react when Shushu became the first New Yorker to win a title in Madison Square Garden?
um there was people that was in the crowd that was his family. There was people who was from the same neighborhood as him. A lot of people cried. A lot of people cried. He wasn't the only one. They reacted. The reaction that people might have heard on TV was different from the reaction in the building. You can literally hear people stomping in the garden. The reaction was crazy. A lot of people were emotional. His father, as much as he didn't want to let it out, eventually when he got off, he let it go. And I talked to Bruce the day before, just when they was getting ready to go to the ring award. And I told him, man, I said, man, tomorrow you got a champion, man. I said, rather if you know it or not. He said, yeah, you think so? I said, the only thing is this guy that he's in there with is not about to make it easy for Shushu. I said, now he ain't gonna make it easy for Shushu. But one thing I didn't see, Free, was Shushu stopping him. I didn't see that. I didn't see that because we had to give
Yeah,
you even said it yourself. We had to give this guy a little more credit. He gonna make Shushu work for it.
yeah, but I also said he's going to show everybody the reason why Cool Boy went to 130.
Yeah, yeah, you did say that. BBO, I see you,
I
my
said,
guy.
Shushu gonna make a statement. I knew he was gonna make a statement. I like he fighting for his first title in his hometown. He gonna make a statement.
You know what now? Now that we on that, right? Who's gonna warn him now? Just asking, not saying he's the most feared guy in his division, but who's gonna warn him now?
Well, we know Nick Ball don't want him. He ducked him already. Um,
Don't come on,
maybe they
Free.
maybe maybe they could do the unification between him and Rafael Espinoza. I know that's the
Where the
fight that
hell?
everybody want to see.
Where the hell
Everybody
is?
want to see now.
Can you ask me answer something? Where the hell is Raphael? I ain't been seeing
He
Raphael. Where
just
the hell is he
he
at?
he just had a fight probably about 3 months ago. Yeah,
Oh
about
shit.
about 3 months ago he had just had a fight. So you ain't gonna hear too much from him because he's on vacation right now. They probably working on his next fight.
What did you think of what you do? Well, I'll wait. Hold on, I'll wait. He said, D Free, do you remember the time I asked Shushu about Gary Russell? Oh, okay, beautiful. If I didn't speak to you, what's up? I spoke to everybody, I think, just about. So if I didn't, which I think I did, good morning, y'all. So Brownsville has a world champion, Bruce Carrington, aka Shushu, aka Shoe York City, aka Shoe World Order. Congratulations to him. I'm very happy for my brother. The garden was rocking. We was happy for him. I'm hoping to get his father up here. I'm probably going to call him today and congratulate him. Lala D, I'm gonna ask him that question in a minute when he come back on. Freeze on mute right now. Give me as soon as he get off, I got you.
Yeah.
Lala D said, Free, do you remember the time I asked Shushu about Gary Russell? She's asking you, do you remember the time that when she asked him about Gary Russell?
Nah, I don't. I mean, they not in the same weight class, so I don't see that fight happening. Um, but I don't think Top Rank would have made that fight uh with Shushu and Gary. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
it would be a good fight. I just think Gary just a little too experienced for Shushu. But
Oh yeah,
Shushu had the
yeah,
talent where he can make it a tough fight. He has the talent to make
yeah.
it a tough fight. I just think Gary just a little too experienced for Shushu.
I'm still baffled how when because I was looking and I remember telling one of the media guys next to me, I said he ain't gonna make this easy for Shu. I said he's really not gonna make this easy for Shu. I said Shu gonna have to like get him up out of here, and he's not gonna make it easy for Shu. And then the round came when he caught him, and I don't think that dude never saw it coming. He never, he never saw it coming. And I
Yeah,
know
he
when he
got
laid
caught.
there, once he laid there, I was thinking he was gonna get up. I was like, man, he gonna get up probably after that. And when he didn't, I was like, yeah, it's quiet. It's quiet.
No, he got hit with a three-piece as he was going down, and that
What's up,
last
babe?
punch, that last punch took him out. I was like, oh yeah, he's done. He ain't getting
Yeah,
up.
that's when I noticed he was done. I was like, yeah, he not getting up. And to see Shu's reaction and to see his front family in the front row, and then he had some people in the crowd. Um, I've never seen so many people cry at one time. I probably haven't seen that since 9/11. So to see everybody hugging each other and crying, and people from his community and people that went to school with him, or they just being from Brownsville, yeah, it was crazy. I mean, you had not just black people going crazy, Puerto Rican people, white people. I didn't realize how many fans Shushu had, also from different nationalities. It was just crazy. They was in there. Even the Puerto Ricans was going crazy for him. It was definitely an overwhelmed moment to see that and to see how he reacted off that. Um, it was definitely beautiful, man, and congratulations to him.
Hold on one second. I gotta get the grandbabies. Hold on one second.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. So to see the reaction that Shushu got, I wanted to shed a tear. Um, I remember being around Shu even before Shu turned pro. First time I came around Shu was probably 2022. This is just when I believe he was getting ready to go pro. They were having a cookout for him. He was getting ready to go pro, and he was getting ready to go pro. And I was around him then. Him and his father. Shout out to him and Bruce. See ya. So to see that to where he's at today, It's a beautiful thing. And it just shows you that dreams could come true. You could come from the bottom and be at the top if you just believe, and not just believe, but you work hard at it. And of course, Shu has more work to do. And I heard somebody say it yesterday on the podcast, and sometimes people don't know what the fuck they be talking about, or they just hate on New York cats. But let me tell you like this: you guys be picking and choosing. You guys be picking and choosing. We talking about boxing, baby. We talking about the fights that just happened this past week. Um, you guys be picking and choosing who be ready for the smoke and who don't. Like, don't think I don't be out here listening to y'all. I listen to some of y'all hating asses, and y'all be picking and choosing. Oh yeah, they were at 26. They were both 126 at one time. Okay. Oh yeah, Lala, but it probably wouldn't have happened. Um, so yeah, I be hearing cats when they be having the favoritisms about who's ready for the smoke or not. So when I heard what cats was saying about Shoe yesterday, um, I'm like, stop it. Because at the end of the day, give him the tough fights if the tough fights are there for him. Give the tough fights to any fighters. That goes for him. That goes for Keyshawn. That goes for Xander. It goes for Shakur. It goes for Oshaki Foster. Any of these guys. Any of these guys. So some of y'all clearly don't be knowing what y'all be talking about. I noticed that with y'all. Some of y'all just like to get on these lives, run your fucking mouth, and don't know what you be talking about. Excuse my language because the kids is in there. I don't even think Free got this on mute. Mute your mic, Free. Oh, I think it's muted already. So yeah. So y'all just be running your mouth to run your. I was trying to find out why people was crying. I just told you they were crying because he won the title. He won the belt. He was the first person out of where he come from to do it. That's why. It was just a celebration, right? That's all. They were super happy for him. So people were, a lot of people were overwhelmed in the building. So that's what it was. That's why they were crying. They were super happy for him. Super happy for him. You know what I mean? But back to what I heard yesterday, and I'm like, I didn't take it wrong. Yeah, that's what it was, Vay. They were happy that he won. He was the first, to do it, which that was big. Yeah. But y'all be picking and choosing who be ready for it. So when I'm hearing people say this about Shu yesterday, yeah, if he's ready, he can go out there and jump in the deep end of the pool and shit like shut up. Shut up. Y'all don't be knowing nothing. Y'all don't be knowing nothing. Nothing. Some of y'all just be running your mouth to run your mouth. But
Mm.
with the fight coming this week, which I'm going to touch on probably tomorrow, because I'm coming back later on today to talk about Xander, right? I'm not expecting Free for whoever wins this week. Whoever wins this week, I'm not expecting them to fight you. I'm guessing, in the words of you, maybe neither one is going to want any smoke. Nick Ball already went the opposite way. So even if Figueroa had a chance of winning, do you even see Figueroa taking that route?
Um, he can. He ain't gonna have no success. He can,
God damn,
but
Free.
I think they're gonna look to try to unify between Shushu and Rafael Espinoza. Um, but Figueroa, he could he could try to put himself in position to fight Shushu, but I think that's a bad fight for Figueroa.
what would be something good for Bruce that because it seemed like just like a lot of these other young fighters, they're not going to give him his credit. But what's that? I mean, would the Raphael fight be the fight where we go, hey, he brought the best out of Shoe? Because it's over. We always need that fight where it brings the best out of somebody. I remember Nick Ball.
I mean,
Oh shit.
that's when Shushu, if Shushu goes get that fight and he pulls that fight off, that's when Shushu would get the proper just due. Um, because a lot of people still have their doubts with Shushu, even though he did something that a lot of other people couldn't do. Um, but I think that Rafael Espinoza would definitely give him the respect that he deserves.
Yeah. Um. I mean, but yeah, like I said, the reaction was crazy. It was amazing, and I was definitely happy for him. I haven't got to talk to Senior about it. I'm gonna call him today and congratulate him on it. Because I always call him, just rap with him and check and see how he's doing. But I'm definitely gonna hit him today and congratulate him on it because it was amazing. The fight card was all right. I think just the Big Baby Miller was just like you said. I wasn't really entertained. I'm gonna tell you why I know I wasn't entertained because when that shit was going on, I was having a full-fledged conversation. Like I wasn't even really into it, free. It wasn't until the incident with the toupee coming on is when everybody started to pay attention.
Nobody was into it really. To be honest with you, it was
I wasn't
it
into
was
it.
pretty. It was probably the most boring fight on the entire card.
You think you get a guy that's 288 pounds, close to 300, against another guy that's over 300 pounds? You thinking, okay, somebody gonna hit the ground, somebody gonna get slapped. It's gonna be crazy. And then you ever realize when you look at certain heavyweights, you go, just because you big and you two and some change, that don't mean you exciting. Some people are just like they big for nothing, and you be like, man, it ain't like the heavyweights we got back in the days where even even when Wilder came in, even when Tyson Fury came in, rather if you liked them or not, it was certain guys you knew you were gonna get some action. King Kong Ortiz. It was just certain people you get where you was like, yo, these dudes is exciting. Some of these dudes today, I'm like, man, y'all need to run a little bit or something. Do something. I felt like
Sarah,
motherfuckers did like what was it me or did it look like motherfuckers was just tired in there? Like it was like, damn, what round we in? Are we huffing and puffing already?
no, they definitely was tired. I mean, we just had 600 pounds of pure blubber in the ring.
Don't do come on, free. Yo, free, what's the matter with you, man? Come on.
I mean, it is what it was. I mean, it was lackluster.
Yeah, I mean, but I was sitting there like, I don't know, and then I guess I was so damn anxious to get to the co-main event. That's what it, no, I was really anxious to get to the shoo and then the co-main event. That's what it was for me. That's what I was quick to get to. Um, since we on it, what was your thoughts on Jermaine Ortiz and John Davis? Because I didn't see him doing that to Ortiz. At
Um,
least not stopping him. I didn't see that.
I mean, he almost didn't stop him.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was 11 seconds left in the fight, and the referee
yeah.
just waved it off. But Keyshawn, he put on a heck of a performance. I mean, hats off to him. He did something that Loma couldn't do. He did something that T.O. couldn't do. Hats off to
Oh,
him.
yeah. Now, what do you think about him?
Damn,
Because
how the fuck this car turn over?
oh my God, oh,
This not even a highway. This is a street with traffic lights. How the hell that joint
that's
turn over like that?
crazy. Well, I pray that whoever that is, they all right. I
They
hope they
must have
make it out.
they must have rolled up on a curve or something and the car just rolled over because
Yeah,
you
I hope
can't even
they.
be
I hope
going
they
that
get it.
fast.
Yeah, I hope whoever that is. This is what. Listen, hold on. Why do y'all think I say every morning, do not rush to where you gotta go? Why y'all think I always say get where y'all gotta go safe? You late from work or whatever you doing, get man, your job gonna be there. Your life not if you play with it. Don't bother. Y'all stop playing with y'all life out here, man. I pray that whoever that is, they
I
make
don't
it out of
even
that.
understand. I don't even understand how they did that. That no, the speed
No,
limit right there is 25 miles per hour. You can't even be
nobody
doing
look.
that damn
Nobody cares about that, man. They look past that. Oh, I got somewhere to be. Well, keep on. You keep having somewhere to be. Your ass
no, but
going.
I mean, even the fastest you can possibly be going on this strip is like 40 because it's too many traffic light. It's a traffic light at every block. So
Yeah.
if you get to one, you got to get to the next traffic light. So the fastest you can possibly be going is 40 miles per hour. That's what I'm like. He had to ride up on the curb, and they got all the snow piled
Suave,
up
good
on the curb,
morning.
and that's all ice now. So he
Yeah,
had to ride up on
that's
there,
you
and that
gotta
joint just rolled over.
be careful out here, y'all. Just gotta be careful out here. Just be careful. This is why I tell y'all, stay safe out here. Stop rushing the way y'all gotta go, man. Whatever the speed limit is, y'all do that and stop trying to go faster than what you're supposed to because you trying to rush to get somewhere. I told y'all about that dude who killed the lady and because he was rushing, saying that he was trying to get the Dunkin' Donuts because he was hungry. Like what type of dumbass shit is that? Because you hungry. Well, your punk ass should have ate before you left. It's crazy, yo. Um, Keyshawn Davis, what's going on, Never Fold? Appreciate you from yesterday too, bro. Devin Haney, excuse me, Keyshawn Davis calling out Devin Haney. And now, before he did that, him and Bill had a conversation at the weigh-in about that. It seemed like they had some type of agreement. You do your part, and I'll do my part, and then we'll go from there. So now he
I
calls
mean,
out Devin Haney. What happens now, Free? Is it all
if
talk,
he,
or do we see it happen at 47?
I mean, no, yeah, it's definitely gonna happen at 47. Devin ain't coming down to 40. Ain't no way
Of
in the world
course.
he making 40. Um,
No, hell no.
but I mean, if it happens for Keyshawn, great for him. I don't think he beats Devin Haney. I think he still has a lot to learn in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney's been in the sport, what, going on 11 years, 12 years. I think Devin Haney's like 26.
Yeah, Bill Haney
So
be
it's going
reaching
on
out. Him and Bill,
20.
Bill, you know what's so funny? Bill Haney will convince you to do some shit that you don't think you can do. He does it. Like he said, Bill was the one that told Crawford to go for Canelo.
Yeah. Devin Haney's been a pro going on 11 years. He started when he was
Damn, it's been
16
that
years
long?
old. He started when he
God,
was 16, and
what is
he's
Devin,
26
26?
now, about to turn 27. He's
God damn
26,
it.
about to turn 27. So he's going on 11 years that he's been a pro.
And he
That's what I said.
boxing. He been
Keisha,
boxing, but we just talk about him being a pro. He been boxing ever since he was a little boy. Yeah, that's a bad idea. It's
and
a
so
bad idea.
he got a lot to learn. I think Devin Haney got just too much experience.
Yeah.
Um, I think it'll be a good fight. Um, but I just think Devin Haney's going to outclass him. So um, hats off to him if he get it. We'll see what happens.
Um, I think guys need to take their time because they rush certain ones. Now, I did say if a guy say he ready for the smoke, put him out there. I mean, he can fight him, Lala. But the thing is that when they make that happen, I mean, I have no beef with it. But when they make it happen, what you have is people
See,
already don't
the
like
thing
Devin.
is,
Go
the
ahead.
thing is, if it, who's going to make the fight? Because
Yeah.
uh, Devin Haney only has one more fight under Turkey. He's going to be a free agent after this fight, after his next fight, which is probably going to be the winner of Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios. So
Ah, yeah.
who's going to make that fight? Is it going to be Bob Erm and Top Rank making that fight, or is he going to get another deal with Turkey? I don't know if Turkey is going to stay in the sport. I think Turkey is going to finish up the last couple of contracts that he have, and then he's going to solely focus on Zoo for boxing. I mean, he could stay in the sport, but I don't see him pretty much staying around the sport. I think he's going to solely focus on Zoo for boxing and try to get some more fighters over there. So I don't know who's going to make the fight. That's the
Yeah,
biggest
yeah.
question.
Connor been looking to fight. Yeah, Connor was in everybody's face this week. I don't know. Connor had an issue with everybody.
Connor needs to
Yeah, man.
he needs to go see a therapist. I think he's going through midlife crisis. This man, he don't know if he want to be um daggone Slick Rick or if he want to be daggone
He said slick.
what's my guy name Eminem. The man went from having his hair slicked back to having his hair blonde. I'm like, dog, this man having midlife crisis
Hey,
issues. This man
your
ain't even
man,
that damn old.
your man is Stan from the Eminem movie.
My name
Yo,
is my name
Seafood
is
called him.
Slim
Hold on,
Shady.
Seafood called him Justin Timberlake, and Lala called him Cisco. I'm done. I'm not playing with y'all today. I'm not
That
playing with
man,
y'all
that
today.
man,
Stop.
that man went from being he went from being Justin Timberlake to being Slim Shady. This man don't know what he want to do.
No, yo, Cisco from Drew Hill. I'm not about to sit here and listen to y'all. Y'all are stupid, man. I'm not
That
about
man
to
look
listen
like
to y'all.
he look like a muscle bound Eve with that blonde hair.
No, free, not muscle bound. Oh man, I don't know where to take that dude serious or not, though. I can't lie to you. I know he was in everybody's face this week. I said, homie got a problem with everybody. Like, damn, what is your problem, man? What is your problem? He got hype off the Eubanks fight. He even got hype off that. Like
Man,
relax.
no, Shakur, you too small. You too small. You can't punch. You can't punch. You can't keep me off you.
Oh, when he got in the
I'm
ring
like,
and
hold
said
on.
that,
You said Shakur too small. He look like he bigger than you.
listen, to me, you're not even. He got to be crazy. Let me
Hey,
tell you,
I
Tiafimo had
mean,
the same.
T.O.
Tiafimo had the
T.O. said the
same.
same thing.
I'm about to say Tio had the same thing to say. You see, he made that shit look like a flawless victory.
Cause
Now, did you,
you can't punch. You can't keep me off you. That's what
yo? But
T.O. thought.
did you see Shakur doing that? You might have saw Shakur winning, but did you see him winning like that though? That shit was a
No, I
flawless
told you.
victory.
I told you. The only chance that T.O. had was to be aggressive, but that was gonna play. That was gonna be bad for him because he's not a good come forward fighter. So Shakur is gonna sit there and pot shot him the entire night. T.O. is horrible on the front foot. And then once Shakur beat you up and he realized you ain't got nothing for him, Shakur's gonna start to step forward. That's the bad part when Shakur starts to step forward and you can't do nothing with him on the back foot. Now he's stepping to you. It's gonna be all bad for you.
He said, "Leave Eve out of this."
I did leave Eve out of this, but that man obviously saw her picture and said, "Hey, I want that."
Lala, you said you saw it. Oh, you saw Shakur doing that, Lala. There was a couple bets. Yo, free. The craziest bet. Dudes was in the garden like. And I'm like, either dudes are drunk or they trying to convince these ladies around them they got more money than what they say. But when the dude said, let's bet 100,000 on it, I said, man, now you capping, Scrap. You capping. You trying to convince me that you got 100,000 of cash in your pocket right now? First of all, ain't no dude walking around saying that because you know how many people in here have been whooped your
Who
ass.
said that?
Stop.
Who said that?
These where I was sitting at, these dudes in the garden. Yo, you want to bet 100,000? I'm like, nigga, you ain't got no 100,000, fam.
See,
You got
that's
100,000. Stop. Stop.
that's the same way Frank Lucas went down. He was trying to be cognito, and then all of a sudden he came out to the fight and won a showboat, and he got the feds to look at him. Y'all go ahead, keep being Frank Lucas.
Talking about he got a
Keep
hundred
jumping out
thousand.
there
I'm
because
looking. I'm like, fam,
y'all
you
know
ain't
how to
got
keep
no
y'all
fam. You ain't got no 100,000. Stop. And
y'all
even
keep
if you
jumping out there
did,
because y'all know how to keep y'all emotions intact. Y'all gonna bring
exactly.
all the feds
Even,
eyes to
even,
you.
even listen. Even if you did have 100,000, what makes you think that man next to you, man? Get that. I said, dudes be. Dudes just be talking and running their mouth. You ain't got no
No.
100,000.
Who was betting
Your damn
he
seat,
was betting 100,000 on who?
Tio. He was going for Tio.
Well, he lost 100,000, and if he ain't pay up, he probably got his ass whooped, if not
Listen,
worse.
I don't know if the bet ever went through. I'm like, your seat is always in 320 something by the goddamn bathroom. You talking about you got 100,000, man? If you don't get your silly, goofy, man, get up out of here with that, man. I
First
sat
of
there and
all,
shook my
I'm
head.
not I'm not betting 100,000 unless I got the money like that, and probably even if I had the money like that, I don't think I would bet a hundred
I'm still not
thousand. But
doing it.
I'm not betting 100,000 on a fight where I know anything can happen.
But
You
not
can
only
have the
that, I'm not
best
gonna sit here
fighter
and
in the
bet.
world. Anything can
I'm not.
happen in a fight.
I'm not finna sit here and bet with somebody I don't know, and I expect to get that. You could barely nowadays. You could hardly bet with somebody that you know, and expect to get the money. So what you think is gonna happen with somebody you don't know in a hole in the wall? Because
But
you drunk, I'm drunk, and we talking shit to each other. Let's bet 100,000, man. If you
my
don't
whole
sit
thing
your
is
ass down,
I know the dude had to be capping, because if you was that serious and you wanted to bet 100,000, why wouldn't you bet 100,000 with Vegas? You get better odds. To was a plus 300 underdog. You would have made 300,000 instead of just having 100,000. Instead of just
stupid. Because
winning 100,000, you would have won 300,000.
dudes just be want to open up their mouth. That's all that should be, man. I told you these dudes are the new baby mamas. They the new baby mamas, man. They just want to run their fucking mouth. You know you ain't got no. Get out of here, dog. Get out of here. If I'm looking at you and ain't nothing about you that said 100,000, get the hell out of here. Get out of here, man.
A
You
hundred
in there with
thousand, you
action.
sitting in 100,000, your ass sitting up in the upper level.
It wasn't even just the upper level. I didn't realize how far back Madison Square Garden go with the seating because I never sat that far. When you get all the way to like the third or fourth level, there's seats that you didn't even know exist. So sitting where he was sitting at, I'm like, bro, you ain't 100,000. Who you talking to?
All right, I'm like, no, you got 100,000 and you sitting back here.
You sitting back here where all the dudes got warrants, they smoking blunts. Like, you kidding
Why
me?
you
They shooting
why you
dice.
ain't got a ringside seat? The ringside seat was only 2,000. If you got 100,000, you got 2,000.
He's sitting there talking about how, oh, he's like, yo, I got it because, I paid for my girl and her sisters to come in. I got my boy here. I bought all of us a ticket. All right, and but you trying to say you got after paying all that, you got 100,000 cash in your pocket right now, man. You gonna walk out the garden and get your head bust open? Are you kidding me, man? Get up out of here, man. Dudes be talking, man. Ain't no way I got 100,000, but I'm sitting all the way in the nosebleeds next to the dudes who got warrants. Like, come on, man. Dudes be capping. Cap, the cap of cap. But it is what it is. It was a great fight. Shout out to Shakur. Uh, Shout out to everybody who came out and did their thing. Um, we'll be coming back to talk about Xander. We're gonna get it on with him later on today. But as far as our brother Shoo Shoo, congratulations, and we're looking forward to you going on to doing major things. Things are gonna get interesting, and I'm hoping Shu comes back later this year because at one time we were seeing Shu almost two times in one year we would see Shu. So this should be where we should see him come back again. Hopefully in June he's back. When they do something for the Puerto Rican, when they usually do something for the Puerto Rican Day Parade Week, hopefully we can see Shu back around that time. I'm sure we're going to see Xander around that time. They're going to try to do something to make it explosive week because we don't know what Top Rank is doing right now. Where if they even be back at the Garden when it's usually
Well,
fight
according
week.
according to some sources, they said Xander is in talk with trying to unify with Josh Kelly. So it could be three belts on the line if they make that fight happen.
Oh, you talking about damn, I know who you talking about, Lala. I think he works with the zone. Um The one with the big eyes that be in that interviewed T.O. and Shakur when he was sitting down showing them the past fights. Yeah, he worked with his own. I know what you're talking about. Damn, I forgot his freaking name already. Yeah, but he worked with his own.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
I
he
think
can afford to do that.
Xander Xander is might end up, if they don't do the Virgil and Jerome Businis fight, that might be Xander next fight, him and Jerome Businis.
Yeah, that's why I said later. I said, "Oh yeah, I got something I want to bring up about that." But hopefully we get Shushu back. You know, hopefully June will be the month. We get him back, and they see what's out there. Because now that he's in the position he's in, we're going to see some interesting things with him. And this is when the fights are going to start getting. They're going to start getting. So all of y'all that, oh man, Shu ain't fought nobody, because that's what y'all all say. Because it doesn't matter if it's Shu, it doesn't matter if it's Devin, it doesn't matter if a guy's a prospect or a contender or whatever, man. A fighter can never do enough for y'all to be pleased with, where you can say, you know what, he earned
Hold
that.
on, hold on. They say Shushu ain't fought nobody. And then that's when you ask them, well, who at 126 should he be fighting?
Huh.
Because I guarantee you, you don't know a lot of people at 126. The only people you know at 126, for the most part, for most of these guys, are the champions. Those are the only people you know at 126. So if you say he hasn't fought anybody, who should he be fighting at 126? If you
Yeah.
name one of the champions, that's up until this point, that wasn't his call. That was up to the champions to fight him. That wasn't his call.
Yeah.
He's
I
not the
mean,
A side over the champions.
yeah, Lala did. He don't though, Lala. There's a lot of people in boxing that don't, but they just get put in certain positions where it makes them look like they know. So I don't really hate on people when they get a position, because even with these ring, not these ring announcers, even these people who be interviewing the fighters, you be like, if you listen to their questions will let you know everything that they don't know shit. But they get placed in positions where, so I don't too much try to hate on people. I just hope that one day I'll be in that position. But yeah, this is what these dudes do. Who is he for? Who is he did? Like, this shit crazy. That's why
Why
I
you still
asked
got that much snow on your car?
Angie, what's up, my girl? Um, yeah, so they go, but it don't matter how much a fighter does, free. No matter how much a guy does. Shakur did what he did this week, and somebody will still say, okay, well, that's Tio. Who's Tio? I bet you he can't do it to Devin. I bet you he can't go to 54 and do that to Boots. You always got some idiot, always some idiot. What happened, Lala? You said I missed you. What point? What point, Lala? What you talking about? What's going on, Ellis? What up? What up? What up? What point was you talking about, Lala? Mom, it's slow over here. I'm getting two different. Okay. Well, one's got to catch up. I'll catch up. Who the? Oh, that's Big Baby. Yeah, he was the one that got his shit pushed back. Ellis said, "Who was that?" Yeah, he got his joint pushed back. Yeah, that was fortunate. That was the best part of the fight.
Shay Shay sleep out.
Oh yeah, Josh, he could. We got to wait to see what he does. I don't think Shakur goes back to 35. Just my opinion.
No, she won't.
Um, there's a lot of smoke at 35, so we got to see what happens and what decisions Shakur makes.
Yeah.
We
Let's see
gotta see what
what he
we
missed.
gotta see what we gotta see what decisions he's make, because right now when certain fighters, and you can back me up on this or not, free, when certain fighters complain about positions that they're not in, and then they get in those positions, it's up to you to take advantage of that. Now, if you decide to say, I don't want to do this, I don't want this guy, I don't want this, I want that, then who fault is it? Who fault is it? You know what I mean? Because we already know 95% of the time when fights are not made, it has something to do with money. Because, that's why you hear a lot of fighters go, yeah, if the money's right, you know what the hell that mean? Oh, shit, so if the money ain't right, I guess this ain't happening. If the money's right, like we heard Africa say, um, I'll fight Shakur if the money right. Oh, him and Keyshawn will never do it, but I'll do it if the money's right. I don't know how true that is because it sounds good, but but he's like, if the money right, hell yeah, I'll
I
fight
don't I don't I don't want to hear nothing from Africa until he
him.
get in the ring with somebody. I don't want to hear that because all
Yeah,
I hear is him saying he want this fight, he want that fight, and then they try to make him a fight with a good opponent. No, I don't want that fight. He ain't got a big enough name, or there's a rehydration clause. I'm like, dog, shut up, shut up.
yeah.
You don't want to fight
Well, no,
nobody. You
he
just want
he
money.
actually he is fighting. He's fighting the 21st. He's fighting on the Barrios and
Yeah,
what you call it. I don't
he
know.
fighting on the same card as he fighting on the
I'm not.
same card as Rolly and
Yeah,
Barrios.
I'm not familiar. I'm not
I mean,
familiar with his.
Brian and Barrios.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with his opponent, so I can't really. I'll have to look into his opponent.
What's the name of his opponent?
I'm shit, dude. That's why I said I ain't familiar with dude. I never heard
I
of him.
gotta.
If he's fought
I
before,
probably
I've
know
never
who he
heard of him.
is.
I gotta look him
I
up.
probably know who he is. I just gotta.
You
I don't
probably would
remember the
know.
name of him.
You probably would know way more than I do. But if you give me a fight of somebody that he fought, and if I watched it, I probably would know. But for now, I'm not even familiar with his opponent. And that's another
So
thing. We gotta be
this is the problem. This is the problem that I have.
boy wig being.
You saying you don't know his opponent. Most people say they don't know who his opponent. But you take a fight. I mean, you wouldn't fight Antoine because you said his name not big enough. But you fight somebody who don't have a name at all. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to hear nothing
Yeah,
from. I don't
yeah,
want to hear nothing from
yeah,
Richardson. I don't want to hear nothing from him.
yeah, yeah.
You talking about, oh,
Damn, you
you
know
gotta get
what?
your
You know
name up.
what?
It's
You
a
know what, Free?
unification.
I didn't look at it like that. I did look at it like that just until you
It's
said
a
something now.
unification. Look, it was two belts on the line. Antoine got a belt. You got a belt. There's two belts on the line. You said, nah, you got to get your name up. And then you turn around and fight somebody that don't nobody know.
Yeah,
He's,
I
he's
didn't think
scary.
about that. So it's safe to say he's playing it safe.
It's safe to say he know he get his ass whooped.
Well, let's be real. We talked about this a million times. It ain't gonna be too many people who's gonna whisper Gary Antoine's name. It's not gonna be too many people who's gonna whisper it. Not too many
No,
people.
it's not.
It's not gonna be too many people.
But
And I feel bad
don't sit there
because
and talk.
matter of fact, ain't Gary fighting on that card?
Yeah, he fighting right before Richardson Hitchens fight.
I have a feeling at some
Gary
point they're gonna
Gary
have.
is the third fight,
I have
and
a feeling
Richardson
free.
Hitchens is the co-main.
I have a feeling free. They're gonna have words. Oh, he's Gary's gonna
We
have
know they're
words for
gonna
him.
have words.
They're gonna have words.
Well, we know Gary gonna have words. I don't know how many words we're gonna get out of Richardson when Gary's in his face. I don't know how many words we're gonna get out of him then, but we know Gary gonna have words.
All of a sudden, dude turned into a old kung fu movie. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot they both on the card. So I definitely. That's why I said. The 21st of February is not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not really that bad because we got faces on there that we're familiar with. And I will be touching on that. I will be touching on that because the closer we get to that card, I will be bringing up Gary, and I will be bringing up Africa. The closer we get to that, because at some point, free something got to give. In 2026, it ain't no ducking, no smoke. Free something gonna have to give. Something gonna
Well,
have to give. I'll be back moving around. All right, babe, we here. When I mean something has to give, I'm not speaking just on Gary in Africa. I'm talking about everybody who think they're gonna be able to avoid somebody. The days of avoiding eventually are gonna come to an end. You're gonna have to take your ass with it. Just everybody who think they ducking, you only could duck for so long. We spoke about this yesterday with my man Never Full How some fighters are slick. They'll move up to a higher weight class thinking that they're getting away from somebody, right? It's funny how when Boots was at 47, right? Not too many people were so quick to go there. When Boots got the hell out and went to 54, everybody said, woo, 47 safe now. He's finally gone. Come on, y'all. I don't think a lot of guys that's at 47 now would have went, been so quick to go. They went because they knew his ass was about to exit out. And that was probably the best thing that ever happened to them. Because come on, what did we look like seeing a Boots versus Rolly? Jesus Christ. Like, who the hell was gonna see that? Like, so certain fighters were smart. They knew what they were doing. They wasn't gonna enter 47 while that man was in there. It wasn't gonna happen. But I still they
Boots
having
versus
their all right,
Rolly.
they having their own conversation. I'm reading the wrong thing. All right, ladies, y'all go ahead and go on. Never mind me. Um, but yeah, the 21st is gonna be interesting. This week is gonna be interesting. Um, Nick Ball and oh man, I'm just anxious to see what happens in the Nick Ball and Figueroa. How many more chances you think that man got? I mean, a lot of fighters get chances. What I mean by that, because he loses two fights to Stephen Fulton, and now he's in this position. It's
Oh,
like if Figueroa doesn't win this, what position does that put him in?
how many chances do we think who got?
Brandon Figueroa. I'm just saying. I don't want to say chances because with him losing those two fights to Stephen Fulton, I mean, what position does this put him in if he goes in there if he gets beat by Nick Ball?
Well, I mean, he's getting chances because um, there's really nobody at 126 that people really care to see. So
Yeah,
the sanctioning bodies are giving him chances to be a champion. Um, but I don't know. I mean, but Figueroa is okay. The problem is he only know how to fight on the inside. He doesn't know how to fight at mid range or at a distance. He only knows how to fight on the inside. And when you only know how to fight one way, you're not going to be successful for a long period of time.
yeah. Um, yeah, Josh, you're right. You might be. Yeah, you might be right on that, Josh. What's going on, Crush, my Philly brother? Um, Raymond Ford moved to 30, didn't he? Raymond Ford, did he move to 30? Raymond, he had 30, right? Damn, I mean, I ain't gonna
Right.
hold you, man. Eventually, that's gonna be where to go. Seems like that's where everybody's at. Now, Oshaki Foster, is he at 30? I know the fight that he had with Fulton, it was a little higher, right?
Yeah,
Because
he had 30. He had 30.
I mean, even when I think about that, I'm like, it ain't gonna be long before we probably see we might see Raymond and we might see Oshaki. I don't know, man. Between 26 and 30, like you said, it ain't much at 26. That's why it's interesting to see what happens with Shu when eventually he's not in 26 anymore and he goes to 30. There's going to be some interesting things that's going to happen at 30. Yeah,
32, 33. He's
yeah,
getting up there in age.
yeah, yeah. He is. Shaki probably would be the oldest one in that division. if I'm not mistaken.
Out of the champions, he is.
Yeah. Your man Raphael looked like he in his damn 40s.
Well, he's at 26 though.
Yeah, I'm just saying. When I think about, I was just thinking about it. I said, but he looked like he in his damn 40s. But yeah, eventually Shu got to go, and but slow. It's all But I would love to see Raymond Ford, Shu. I think he called Shu a bitch too, which that's crazy. When I heard him call Shu a bitch, I was like, oh damn, that's fighting words.
Oh,
Raymond Ford, I think that was last year. They were interviewing him, and I think he was asked about Shu, and he was like, yo, he a bitch. I think he a bitch. And
oh,
I'm like, damn.
you can't call nobody that when you lost to a guy that has no punching power.
Oh damn, Free. Oh come on, Free. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh, Free. I thought we said we was gonna be nice this morning. We said we was gonna be nice this morning.
I don't know why you thought that, because I never said that out of my mouth.
Oh man, he said a man with no punching power. Jesus Christ, Free. Let him live, Free.
He
Let
lost
him
to
live.
Nick Ball. Nick Ball is like the same size as Vicky with no punching power. Vicky probably hits harder
Now
than
you
Nick
ain't
Ball.
gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that, Free. Free, that's what you not gonna do. Hey, you ain't gonna do that, Free.
Nick Ball is. Nick Ball is like 5'3". He like the same height as Vicky. Vicky probably hit harder than Nick Ball.
But then maybe we should sign Vicky up then. We're gonna sign her.
If y'all ain't giving her $20 million a fight, she ain't fighting.
20 million?
Yeah, I'm her manager. If you ain't giving her $20 million to fight, she ain't fighting.
Hey Vicky, I tell you what, I hope you get that 20 million, but you gotta get rid of your manager. He pricing you out. Gotta get rid of your manager. He gotta go.
Why would she get rid of a manager that's getting her money?
You want too much
that
money.
That would be a bad decision.
I could get you 2 million. 20 million, I don't know. I'll get you 2 million. Would you take the 2?
What's going on, Jay Blitz?
You gonna take the 2, Free? You gonna take the 2 million? I can't get you 20. I can get you 2 million though. How about 2 million?
She not even gonna put on her sports bra for 2 million.
Oh
to get in
man.
a boxing ring, in order for my wife to get in a boxing ring and take any punches, it's gonna have to be 8 figures. It's gonna have to be 8 figures.
I mean, look, that's what your job is, right? To get her the best. Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, when he called him that, I was like, and I like Raymond Ford. I'm a fan of his, so this ain't to talk shit. But when he said that, he was like, "Y'all think he's a bitch?" And I'm like, "Oh damn!" I said, "Why would he do that?" I said, "Why would he call Shu that?" So who knows if they end up seeing each other?
You could say that about Shu. The problem is you ain't never been in the ring with him. So it's easy to say that about somebody that you ain't in the ring with.
I think people take Shu's kindness for weakness, and they don't know that when it's fight time, he's a whole different type of person in that ring. He's on demon time. But people take his kindness for weakness. He's smiling all the time. He wears suits. He's just so damn joyful. I think he's a bitch. And it's like, no, you can't do that.
I know you have him in every neighborhood, but to be a fighter out of Brownsville, I'm not gonna say he's a bitch. A fighter out of Brownsville, 9 times out of 10, he is not a bitch. If you're a fighter out of Brownsville, you're most likely not a bitch.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I think what they do is they look at him. They see when you think of Brownsville, you think of people walk around with scars on their face, tattoos, bullet holes, stab wounds, peoples that been through the penitentiary. So when you look at somebody like Shu, you like, I don't see none of that. I don't see no Brooklyn in them. I don't see none of that. I see a good kid who looks like he don't want no smoke, in which y'all got it twisted. The boy's been boxing since he was a little boy. Y'all got it
I mean,
twisted.
you
He's on demon
heard the
time.
reason why his father put him in a box, and he used to fight all the time.
Yeah, yeah. He comes from a good family, but he also comes from a family that'll kick your ass. So, so when you take people kindness for weakness, but I would love to see if that happens. We'll see what he does at 26, and then I would love to see if he can get to 30 and see what happens. I would love to see that, and I would love to see
Yeah, I think
him. Yeah, get the message. Oh, they're not talking to me. They talking to each other. You said what? Free? You think what?
no, I was about to say I think Shu will be at 30 soon enough. I think he'll be at
Yeah,
30 soon enough.
he got to just finish his business at 26, which I ain't gonna be much business to finish. If you really look at it, it ain't gonna be much business because who do you know at 22 right now that's saying I'm in a rush to get to 26 because I want a piece of shoo shoo?
It sure ain't monster.
Nobody's rushing to get to 20. Nobody's rushing from 22 to get to 26. Yeah. Oh, that little shoe guy. I want to see him next. I told you, dudes be knowing how to move when it's time to move. People are picking and choosing who they want to smoke with. They know what's up. And that's not just for shoe. I just told you with boots. It's certain fighters that people are not in a rush to. See, if people mention Devin's name, it's not so much because they think they can beat him. It's because they know they'll get a big payday. They'll get a big payday. Like with Floyd, a lot of people mention Floyd's name, and it wasn't because they thought they could beat him. Floyd said this out his own mouth. People mention my name because they know with me they gonna get their biggest payday. There's not no fighter that can actually went in there and thought they could beat Floyd, but they made their biggest payday with him. Their biggest payday with them, and they went on to live a great life. You got your man. What was the duel? Madonna went on and fought him 2 times, and then went from looking like Roberto Duran to Big Pun. You see what Madonna looked like?
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes they call these certain fighters out because they know they're gonna get a big payday. It ain't too many of them that really think they can whoop these fighters, and they know it. They know it. That's why the high risk, low reward is so important. I ain't gonna really get no, you know what I'm saying? It's a
Yep.
high risk, man. I could possibly go in here and get my ass embarrassed. I might get embarrassed. Kind of like what we see with T.O. and Shakur. That was embarrassing. You supposed to be the New York guy, but you got your ass whooped in the city that you claim you from.
If y'all didn't notice, on the back of his daggone his jacket when he came to the ring, it said Brooklyn. I like that. You just got whipped by a Newark, New Jersey fighter, and you say you from Brooklyn.
Hey, them New Work dudes was in there heavy. I was in there telling my dudes I know, look, whatever y'all do, don't be in here starting shit with them. We all gotta live. We all right across the
Hey,
bridge from each other. Everybody, calm down.
I,
Please don't start no shit in here
I
with them.
said it. I think it was either Thursday or Friday. We was on BVO and I said it. I think it was Thursday. We was on BVO and I said it. I said, dog, I hope after this fight when T.O. lose, y'all not near no daggone tall buildings. Cause some of y'all niggas got too.
He said, no, but there was dudes in there really with that emotional shit, and I seen it, and I was saying to myself, I was like, yeah, I'm not about to deal with
Man,
that. It ain't that serious, bro. It ain't
BVO
that
kept
serious.
saying it to me. He kept saying, man, T.O. looks super focused. I said, he could be focused. That don't mean he gonna win. He could be focused. Because all that focus got knocked
You know what,
sling out of
Thomas?
his eye.
When I got to the garden, to be honest with you, when I got there when the second fight started. So I missed the first fight with the Arab dude. I heard he got his ass handed to him. The Mexican dude pieced him up, from what I heard. But when I got there, first of all, there was an issue with the seating. My homie had a ticket and he wanted me to sit with him, but the problem is he had me up at the top, and then I'm like, you got me with all these dudes and they smoking. I can't sit around this. I'm not sitting around this. Like I can't have all that in my system. I don't do any of that no more. But luckily, Miss Diamond, Jill Diamond from WBC,
The only
um,
the
she
only
hooked me
fight
up.
that didn't pan out the way I saw it, the only fight that didn't pan out the way well, two fights. The Bartram fight didn't pan out the way I saw it. And the Keyshawn Davis, I thought they was going to go the distance, and like I said, they almost did. I thought it was going to go the distance. I thought Keyshawn was going to win, but I thought it was going to go the distance.
Yo, when I
But
saw,
Bartram, I thought Bartram would win that fight against Josh Taylor. I
but
mean Josh
I,
Kelly.
when
But
I
I
saw,
also said Bartram wasn't all that. Everybody giving him a lot of credit because he beat Tim Tszyu. I'm like, Bartram is not all that. If y'all watch the man fight, he's not all that. Y'all giving him a lot of credit for knocking out Tim Tszyu.
yeah. Oh, well, that would be the argument. But free, he stopped Tim Zudo.
And once again,
Okay,
who who has Tim Tszyu beat? The only person y'all can tell me is a old washed up Tony
Tony
Harrison.
Harrison. Tony Harrison, which that fight didn't make sense from the beginning, but okay, okay.
That's the only person that we see that was a good opponent that Tim Tszyu beat. But Tony Harrison was a shell of himself. He wasn't the same Tony Harrison that fought Jamel Charlo the first time. He
Oh,
wasn't
if
even the
he would
same
have been,
Tony Harrison that fought Jamel Charlo the second time.
if he'd have been a Tony Harrison before even getting to Charlo, then we probably would be in a different. We probably would have a different conversation. He's a journeyman. Yeah. Even watching him come back recently, I was like, Tony, I don't know how this is gonna go for you, brother. I kind of like you better as a trainer, but hey, when people miss the sport or they want to come back and make a
That's
payday,
why
I'm not mad at them.
people see. That's why I say nobody said anything about Magnumov. Nobody ever said anything about Bartram. Y'all saw them in two of their best fights. Bartram knocked out Tim Tszyu, and Magnumov gave Terrence Crawford a heck of a fight. And all of a sudden, these dudes are world beaters. I'm like, all right,
Ain't that
yeah,
something?
y'all keep saying this. I'm like, prior to that, what did these guys do? Y'all don't even know these guys from a can of paint. But y'all saying these dudes is that, is they this, but y'all only know two fights that they've been in. Magnumov is known for two fights that he lost. You know, for two fights that he lost. Bud
Yeah,
Crawford and Virgil.
yeah.
You can't even tell me who Magnumov beat because you don't know nothing about him before he fought Bud. You can't even tell me who he
No, it's
beat.
true. No, you don't know. You can't. You can't. You know what I mean? But like I said, these people just with who they know. That's all. That's all they know, man. Um, that's why you can't spend too much time arguing with some of these fans because their mind is already made up on how they look at the sport and what they think about it, and whatever they see, that's what they project, and
See,
they just keep it there. You
when
could
I
tell me whatever you want to tell me,
what
free, but this is what I believe, and this is why I be like, forget arguing with
see
y'all. Ain't
this
nobody got
see
time
like
for it.
people say people think when I say who did he beat that I'm asking that to say oh he hasn't fought anybody. I'm saying who did he beat because I
Who
want to
you think
know
he can
how
fight?
long have you been watching them?
Who do I
How
think
long have
who
you
can
been
fight
watching them?
Shakur?
Who did he beat?
Who do you got
Who?
it? I don't. Who you talking about, Sifu? You said, do you think he can fight Shakur? Who? Depends on who you talking about.
Yeah, who you talking about?
Because we was on a different division, so I don't know who could be. Who you talking about can fight Shakur? Yeah, boxing. Or boxing was always biased. It's just it's got worse. It's got worse because, like I said, boxing is a sport where they leave the door open for anybody to walk in and to talk boxing. Half of these YouTube channels you see,
I
you
hope
look at
you ain't
any of
talking
these
about. I
dudes.
hope you ain't talking about Magnumov. I hope you ain't talking about Magnumov or Botrom because both those guys at 54.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, boxing, like I said, is a sport where they leave the door open for anybody to walk in. That's why you see half of these guys with channels, and you go, and then you listen to them, and you go, huh? That's because anybody can just wake up and walk into the sport of boxing, because boxing never locks their doors. They leave it open for anybody to walk in. It's crazy, but it is what it is. No chance at Shakur. Yeah, I don't know who he was talking about when he said, "Do you think he could fight?" Because, like Free said, that's at 54. Yeah, so I don't know what's next for Shakur. I would sit and wait because a lot of people be trying to just throw opponents out there, and I'm like, didn't the man? Is he going to answer? I don't know. Maybe Sifu stepped away. I don't know. He never came back. Let's see what he do. He might be having issues with his phone. I don't want to rush to say who he should fight next because he just fought. Um, we want to just sit and wait and see what happens and what decision he makes. I'm sure whatever decision he makes, it'll be the best decision for him. And he'll sit down with his team, and I'm sure they'll come up with something. Because that's what everybody want to do. Yo, I want to see him do this. I want to see him do that. Whatever that man decide to do next is what he decide to do. I don't think going back to 35 is an option. I think there's a lot of talent at 40. I think there's a lot of ass whippers that can be given out at 40. But what I would like to see, Free, is somebody. I would like to see him get like another William Cepeda fight. Not with William Cepeda, but what I mean by that is somebody who could bring the best out of him. And I like to see that with
I think
fighters
I
when.
think he might end up. I think he might end up going back to 35 though.
Think so?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Shakur is looking for. He's looking for. He's looking for money fights.
Yeah.
Right now at 40, there is no money fight for Shakur. Antoine is a good fight. Richardson Hitchens is a good fight. Matias is a good fight, but ain't none of them a money fight. None of those
Yeah.
fights are money fights. The money fights for Shakur is going to be at 35 or at 47. Because
Yeah.
35, he can get a money fight with Raymond Maritala. He can get a money fight um, with a rematch with Williams Zapata.
Yeah.
Uh, so I mean, those are money fights. Those guys are more known than Antoine, than Matias, and well, I don't know about Raymond Maritala. I don't know if he's more known than Matias, but
Yeah.
top rank. I think top rank put a decent amount on the boards for um, Raymond Maritala, or or Eddie will put a decent amount of money on the board for Raymond Maritala.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think
Um.
I think the big money fights for Shakur um is going to be 47, or unfortunately he will have to wait to see what happens with Tank. Those are the big money fights for Shakur. If we looking
Yeah.
about Shakur making the type of money he's looking to make, those are the only fights that's going to be available for him to make that type of money, and it's mainly the Ryan Garcia, the Devin Haney, or the Conor Ben at 47. Um, at 35, like I said, he would have to wait to see what happened with
I would
Tank
love to see.
because that's the only real big money fight for him.
I would love to see Shakur punch Ryan Garcia in his mouth. I would love to see him punch him in his mouth.
Or maybe we can get a Shakur versus Frank Martin. It's not a big
Oh,
money fight,
I mentioned that
but it's a
before. I
good
think like
fight.
a year or two ago that I wanted to see that. I remember mentioning that. I would love to see a Frank Martin and the Shakur. That would be. I would love that. That right there,
I mean,
free.
they were supposed
I
to
would
fight.
love. And there ain't too many people that's gonna sit there and convince me I'm not watching that. Because that's a bunch of bullshit. If you
Nah,
sit there and say, I ain't watching that, you're going to watch it.
I mean,
Shakur
based
has
off of what you saw
100
Frank Martin do in his
question.
last fight, I think people will watch. They will be. I mean, I still favor Shakur to win against Frank Martin. I always had
Yeah.
Shakur over Frank Martin,
Yeah.
but I think it'd be a good fight. It'd definitely be more entertaining than what we just saw with Shakur and Tio.
Oh my God. And I think the biggest people, and it's crazy because I'm going to be real with you. I didn't realize how many people was against him, right? As far as the people that was really going for T.O. left the garden disappointed. Left the garden disappointed as if they thought that this guy was going to come in here and demolish Shakur. Now, mind you,
Yeah,
I
Frank
didn't
Martin's
say
at 40.
yes. Yes, he is at 40. That would be great to see though, man. That would be great to see though. I won't be mad, but we'll sit there and I'm sure eventually after he relaxes and sit backs, he'll sit and see what's available for him. But I like that. I like that for him. A Frank Martin, oh man, I like that, man. Yeah, his pops left his side. He told him, "Yo, you're gonna be disappointed. You don't do what I tell you. You're gonna be wake up. You're gonna wake up tomorrow mad." Man, listen, shit. Man, listen. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I like y'all yesterday. Don't expect to see T.O. for a year. I'm just telling you right now. Don't expect to see him for a year. If he actually comes back this year and competes, I'll be surprised. But you know how this is when these guys lose. Don't expect to see that guy for about a year. He gonna take that good money that he made and he gonna do what he do with it. But don't expect to see him for a year. I'll be surprised if you see that man come back to end of 26 and fight. I'll be surprised. I'll be super surprised. And if you see him come back, matter of fact, it was just something posted where he was saying that when he comes back, matter of fact, he did say, he said, when I come back, I'm not coming back at 40. I'm coming back at 47. Now that was his words. It wasn't something that somebody posted. His words, I'm coming back at 47. Now, Free, him coming back at 47, what would that look like for OTO?
I don't know. Depends on who he come back against.
I'll tell you who don't look like they're getting out of 47 no time soon, or they just going to retire at their weight is Mario Barrios. I think that man ain't about to go nowhere. As far as leaving 47, I think he just retires at that. Going to a 54, any of that is quiet. I'll stay at, and he's up at that. He's not old, but I think he's up at that age where what is Barrios? 30, 31, maybe
So somewhere around there.
somewhere around there, right? Yeah, I don't see him doing no 54. I see him staying where he's at. So whatever happens after the 21st between him and Ryan is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I just want to know the winner of
I
that.
don't even know who wins that fight. I don't even
Uh,
know who wins that fight.
I don't. I'm thinking about it just as much as you are, because I really don't care nothing about Ryan. But then when I see this with Barrios, I'd be lying if I sit here and say I'm not watching that. I would just be lying. I just would be lying. I'm definitely going to it, and the card is entertaining. It's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Gary Antoine, Africa's on there, a couple of other people. It's gonna be an entertaining card. So I'll be lying if I sit there and say, but like you, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. That one right there is I don't know. And people say, well, it should be hard to pick. I'm going for Ryan. I mean, just because you're going for him, that don't mean he gonna win. I'm going for Barrios.
Accident. Yeah.
You
He
know,
didn't flash the
y'all
lights.
y'all was going for T.O. like a motherfucker. See how that turned out? Just because you going for somebody, that don't mean they gonna win. Because I'm telling you, it was a lot of y'all I heard left the garden. Y'all were pissed about the TO. Y'all were pissed about it. Man, I ain't never watching that dude again. See, but that's a lot of
Uh,
y'all that don't know.
uh,
That's a lot of y'all that don't know no better neither. That's why I be like, a lot of y'all are new to this boxing shit. Y'all just go with who's popular. Y'all don't worry about who's skilled, who's done this or done that. Y'all just go for who's popular. And when they not turn out to be what you thought they was, now it's like, oh, I ain't never spending my money on them again. Well, that's what you get. Learn the sport of
yeah,
boxing and learn how it works before you become a fan. Because at this point,
this is what happened when you don't actually study boxing. Go off of emotions.
yeah,
Shoot, 'cause I like them.
yeah, no, and that's what these dudes is doing. You know, I can't even call y'all fanboys no more. Like y'all really lovers of these fighters. You know what I'm saying? Do your work. That's why I get to a point where people go, who you going for? And I go, man, I just want to sit back and watch it. I don't have to pick anymore if I don't want to. There's nothing wrong with picking. I'm gonna be honest with you, Free. I really don't like picking unless I'm betting. You know, because then I know there's some money, there's a reward coming at the end. But if I ain't really putting no money up, it really don't be matter to me who wins. Yeah, he definitely got picked apart. He definitely got picked apart. It don't be matter to me who wins. Like when I bet with Tiff, like she said, yo, we should have bet it. I could have listen. I could have went for To, and she could have went for Shakur, and it wouldn't have mattered because the money would have stayed in the relationship anyway. So it wouldn't even matter. But if I ain't putting no money
I'm
up,
gonna
man,
tell
I
you
really
right
don't be
now.
caring.
I knew the the fight was over for Tio when I saw his eye was leaking. I said, "Yeah, he not winning."
Yeah, when they said he had to cut,
I mean,
and I said, ain't that this?
I was scoring the fight. I was scoring the fight the entire time, and I only gave Tio one round. I only
I
gave
felt
him
bad.
one round.
I said, ain't that the same eye that damn George worked on? I said, damn, man. I said he opened up that same. We ain't seen him look like that since the George fight for real. Far as the busted up like that, I said, damn, man. When they said that he had a cut, I said, oh man. I said, now Shakur is like a damn shark now. He gonna see that shit. He definitely gonna attack. And that's exactly what he went to do. He went to working on that eye. I think Norman and TOA good comeback.
Hmm?
What time you want to see the apartment tomorrow? 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
Oh,
Whenever.
I didn't think about I didn't think about that. I don't know how that would work, John. T.O. coming back to fight Brian Norman at 47? Is that a return fight?
Tio.
I don't think that'd be good for T.O.
No,
Uh,
Tio don't have the boxing ability like a Devin Haney to be
you know
able to
what?
maneuver
I tell you
in
what.
a.
I would like to see Brian Norman and maybe Stanionis, if that could happen. I think Stanionis is still at 47, right? Free?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. John, why you be giving? Oh, yeah. I would like to see that possibly if that happens. They both had.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing T.O. versus Brian Norman. Maybe Brian Norman can put the beating on T.O. that I was hoping Shakur was able to put on him.
Don't goddamn come on now. What you trying to retire the dude now? Come on, free. Damn now the man T.O. still young now. You trying to get him up, you trying to pack him up on some George Cambosa shit. You think you slick, man. Stop it. Stop it, free. You trying to get that man packed up. Stop.
Hey, I mean, when you run your mouth like that, this is what happened.
You trying to get that man packed up. You think you slick. I said, oh, George Cambosa done made him what? 2 good paydays, 3 good paydays. Might not ever see that man again. It's quiet.
Hey, I think T.O. might. I think T.O. might end up going with a different coach though. Like he
Um,
might have a different.
When you got a man that's just telling you box, man, you got to box this guy. I'm like, what kind of damn instructions is that? You just keep telling me that, and it's like, give me something else.
And he like, man, hats off to Shakur. He did what he was supposed to do. He like, but my son, he just wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen to me. I tried to tell him what to do, and he wouldn't listen.
What was you telling
I
them?
was like, Wow.
Like he kept saying, if he'd have listened to me, we'd have still. He said, everything went great, and he started going to the training. Everything went great in sparring and training, but he just didn't stick to the game plan. If he'd have stuck to the game plan, we'd have beat him. I'm like, dude, what is you talking about? What did you talk about?
Mm,
But then he told him in the corner, "You're gonna be mad with yourself tomorrow." Shit, he should be mad tonight. Up tomorrow. I'm like, y'all had no chance of beating them. Y'all talked like that all at the press conference. Like it was just like, don't get me wrong. If T.O. would have pulled it off, I wouldn't be upset. It's not like I would have sat up here and been cursing and I'm not going live because T.O. beat him. If it would have happened, it would have happened.
no, everything that I'm saying right now would have just changed names. It would have been Shakur I would have been saying this about.
No, no, listen, I wouldn't even said
It just
nothing
so
because it would have
happened
been like,
it's
I
Tio.
just would have been like, yo, my thing is always may the best man win. That's my thing. May the best man win. And that's how I always look at it. I have no favoritism in this shit. I don't be caring about these dudes like these other dudes do. Y'all be putting y'all all into it. I don't be giving a shit about none of that. Cause that's all I want to do. As long as
All right.
long as a man leaves the ring safe and they make it back home to their families, man, I don't be caring about who really will win. That's don't none of that shit bother me. You know what I mean? And go see it all. Oh good. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But shout out to Shoo Shoo. Um, shout out to Keyshawn. Shout out to Shakur. It was a great night. Everybody did their thing. We got Nick Ball, Brandon Figueroa this week. I got to see who else is on that card. But far as that, man, it's gonna be all right.
O'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
Car went in the damn snow. How the hell? I ain't even no ice out here. How y'all ending up in ditches?
Oh Lord, I see you got the
Oh,
grandbabies
you got
back
into an
there.
accident.
I see you
You
got
got
the
into an
grandbabies
accident.
back there. They knocked out, boy. Them grandbabies is knocked out back there. They had a long night. They had a long night, poor babies. Yeah. Other than that, yo, um, we'll be back today, 5 o'clock. Xander Zayas. Um, what and who is next for him at 54? I know Free just he just touched on it a little bit, but we gonna get on it again. To see who will be potentially next for him. We know one of them ain't gonna be Virgil, probably. So we already can dismiss that shit right now. So 5 o'clock is usually 6:05, but we coming back early. 5 o'clock, Xander's Ice. We're gonna get into it with him, and starting tomorrow, we'll jump on the Nick Ball, Brandon Figueroa. We'll jump on that card. That's an interesting card. So we'll jump on it, and we'll just continue from there. Uh, Brother Free, y'all will be on tonight. You and BBO.
Yeah,
Y'all time is what? 8, 9. All right.
around 8:30.
I'm gonna tell BBO he need to start going to use the bathroom because every time he's supposed to go live at a certain time, he don't come on at that time because he used his time to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna tell him he need to get all that clear, check all that before because we be waiting some time for him and then he be coming on late, yo. So I'm gonna let him know. Use the bathroom before going on the live because we be waiting. You be coming on like 20 minutes late. Nah. Shout out to BBO. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to him and go subscribe to my man Crush, TD Sports Talk, my man Free, and everybody out there moving. 5 o'clock, I'll be on later on today. Yeah, Thomas. Don't tell him I said it, Thomas. Thomas in the comments laughing at me. Don't tell him I said it, Thomas. Uh, 5 o'clock, we'll be back. Xander Zayas. Everybody be safe out there on this cold Monday. Dress warm and don't be out there if you don't have to. And if you are going to be out there, please Protect your peace, your space, and your surroundings. I love y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.